In this video, we are going to see how to create ProofHub tasks from Google Sheet. So let's say that you have got certain data regarding a task that you wish to create on ProofHub, which is a project management tool, and the details are there in Google Sheets, like the project title, description, and then the due date, start date, etc. Now, what do you want? That every time a new row is added in Google Sheet, then automatically with this data, a task should be created in ProofHub. Now, how can you do this? For this, you will have to set up some integration between the two applications, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. Here, your trigger application would be Google Sheets and your action application would be ProofHub. Now, how can you do this yourself, integrate and automate this entire process? To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and as we do that, here we have reached the landing page of this software. On the right hand side, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, simply sign in. If you are a new user, click on this tab, sign up. It won't take more than 2 minutes. And also at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks. Now I'm going to click on sign in as I'm already a user here. And here we have reached the all applications page. Let's click on access now for Pabbly Connect. And here we have reached the dashboard of this application. On the right hand side, you can see a tab create workflow. Let's click on this. And a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. So here my objective is that I have got certain details regarding the task that I wish to create in my Google Sheet. And now with that particular information, I wish to create a task in ProofHub, which is a project management tool. So I'm going to name it as Create ProofHub Tasks from Google Sheets. So let's click on Create here. So here we have reached another window which has got two significant events. One is trigger, another one is action. Triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, and action is do this. Basically, action here is the response of our trigger application. Now here my trigger application would be Google Sheets. Let's click on this, and the trigger event would be new or updated spreadsheet row. Here we have received a webhook URL which is going to act as a bridge for connecting Pabbly Connect with Google Sheets. Now, how do we have to set up this connection? For this, we have to follow the steps. Now, what exactly we have to do is we have to first copy this URL. Then the Google Sheet that I have created is this. The name is ProofHub Details. The name of the sheet is Sheet 1. Here I have the following column fields: project title, description, estimated hours, estimated minutes, start date, due date, and labels. Now, the details are here. Basically, I'm creating a task where I have this project name, then what is the project is about, how long will it take to get completed, what is the start date, due date, and what is the priority of that particular project. How do you set up this connection? Go to extensions, go to add-ons, and go to get add-ons. So here you have reached the Google Workspace Marketplace. Here you have to look for Pabbly Connect webhooks. Let's click on this. And here you can see that it has already been installed on my system. If it is not there in your system, make sure that you have installed this. Once installed, close this window and then refresh the page. It is absolutely necessary to refresh this page. So once you have done that, what we are going to do is we are going to go back to extensions, and now you would be able to find Pabbly Connect webhooks. So here we are going to go to initial setup. Now here you can see that it has already selected the sheet, and here we have to paste the URL that we have just copied, and this is our trigger column, basically the final data column on which the data is added. So here you can see that it is column number G. So I'm going to write G over here. Click on send test, and here you can see that the test data has been sent successfully. Now let's click on submit. So as we do that and go back to Pabbly Connect, here you can see that we have received the API response. We will check this, but before that you have to understand one thing. As we go back to extension and go back to Pabbly Connect, make sure the send on event is checked. Why? Because then only every time new data is received, it would be able to send the details. So I'm going to click on this. Now going back to Pabbly Connect. Here we have received the response. This is the spreadsheet name, then the ID, sheet name, sheet ID, row index, and here we have all the details. The project title, labels, minutes, hours, due date, and description. Once we have received this, now we have to create a task in ProofHub. So I'm going to go down, and this time my action application would be ProofHub. Let's click on this. And the action event here would be to create a task. Let's click on connect. As we do that, Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the ProofHub account. So I'm going to click on add new connection, and here we have to fill in this information, domain and API key. So basically for the domain, you have to go to ProofHub. So I've already logged in. This is my ProofHub account. And here you can see the URL. So this is our domain. I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste this over here. Then we need the API key. For this, again, we are going to go to ProofHub. Then we are going to go to the profile icon. Let's go to API access. And this is our API key. I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. Let's click on save. So as we do that, let's come down. And now we have to fill in this information. Basically, we have to map the data. Mapping means that I already have this information in my previous step and I'm just going to retrieve it here. So now the project ID, to-do list ID, title, description, we have to fill in this information. So the project ID has already been selected. It is connect. You can have multiple options. I'm going to select connect. Then the to-do list is, it's a new task. Now the title. Now to map this information, I'm going to click on this, go to step 1, and as I scroll down, so here I have the project title. Now, why do I map this information and do not write this manually? Why? Because every time the workflow runs, of course, I'll receive the new data. So my workflow will not accept new data if it is not mapped. It will only take this manually written data. That is why it is very important to map so that we can run our workflow successfully. Next is description. So let's click on this, go to step 1, and here we have the description. Then we need the estimated hours. So we have the estimated hours here. Then we need the estimated minutes. So here we go. Start date is this. Then we have the due date. So the due date here is this. Then assignee. So here I am creating this task for the particular assignee. So I'm going to take the name and then the labels. So here it is, let's say it is high priority. Now the line item attachments folder ID. So let's say that while creating this task for this particular assignee, you wish to create or attach a particular file. So you can always provide the details over here. I'm just going to click on save and send test request. So here you can see that we have received the API response, which basically means that a task must be created in ProofHub. So I'm going to take you to ProofHub now. Let's cancel this. And now if I scroll down here, you can see my task. I'm going to refresh this page. And here you can see that our task has been created, Pabbly Connect 101. So let me show you this. So we have got all the details, and this basically means that this integration process is a success. But we also need to check this in real time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you back to Google Sheets, and here I'm going to add another project title, demo project, and description is test description. Then we have the estimated hours, let's say 10 hours and 30 minutes. Then we have the start date as 11th November 2022, and then due date here, let's say is 11th only, okay, 11th November 2022. So let's say this is medium priority, and as I fill in this data, what should happen? Automatically a task should be created in ProofHub. So now I'm going to take you to ProofHub to check if we have received the data. And here you can see that yes, another task has been created. The name is demo project, and these are the details. Basically, this means that yes, our integration process is a complete check. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect to understand what we have done. This is an extremely easy two-step integration process where our trigger application is Google Sheets and the event is new or updated spreadsheet row. Our action application is ProofHub and the event is create a task. I hope this is very much clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, refer to the same workflow that we have worked on in the description box. Also, you can clone the same and start to process immediately. If you have any particular integration to work on, you can always write to us. Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.